North Carolina's long growing season permits no-till farmers to double crop or harvest 2 full crops each year from the same plot of land. In the fall, farmers may plant winter wheat for harvest in the spring. Some farmers plant potatoes in the spring for an early summer harvest. As soon as the wheat or potatoes are harvested, and without plowing and reworking the field, soybeans are planted for a fall harvest. The soybean's adaptability, developed by nature and man over thousands of years, makes it unique.
It's been around for 5,000 years, so it's been through the hottest, the driest, and the wettest, and the coldest, and everything else is in 5,000 years. And has figured out a lot of ways to compensate for a lot of things. So it becomes an intriguing crop.
One reason soybean farmers have increased their acreage is because combines and other equipment are so expensive. Yet the machines are used for only a few months a year. Having more acres makes more efficient use of the equipment.
Well, this piece of equipment behind me, which is a combine, if you bought it new now, it's probably going to cost you a little over $250,000. And so anytime you get a piece this size, you're looking at a huge investment. On a farm our size, we have 3 of them, and we have some other harvesters. So you're looking at a tremendous investment for what you have to do.
Today's soybean farms often consist of a patchwork of fields, owned and leased, spread out across the countryside. The exception is in less populous eastern counties like Terrell, where fields seem to stretch for miles. In any part of the state, moving equipment from field to field over country roads can be challenging for farmers and for their non-farm neighbors.
Farm equipment moves slowly down the road. Very few pieces of equipment move over 20 miles per hour, but we have to move from field to field.
What I like to tell a lot of people is if you see a pickup truck coming up the road and his lights are blinking, it's for a reason. Slow down because there's probably something fixing to pop around the curve. Be prepared to take action.
And so it is a problem. It's one that we try to minimize by picking the time of day in which we're going to make our move when there's less traffic. We try to be courteous. We try to drive on the shoulder as much as we can when we're meeting oncoming traffic, and try to be legal with all our stuff, and it works out pretty well.
Soybean farmers try to be more than good neighbors. They also try to be good stewards of the land.
I feel like we're the ultimate environments. We take this land and we live on it, and we're going to do everything we can to protect it.
He's got to protect that land for his own benefit. And when we protect it for our own benefit, we've protected it for our neighbors. So we are number one to be an environmentalist, to look after the soil that we grow our crops on.
Whether it's using no-till as a source of planting crops, or whether it's using crop rotation so we don't have to be so dependent on chemicals, we're going to do the things that we can to improve our environment and to improve our community.
Science and technology help the farmers do what's best for the land. Computerized soil analysis information, in combination with GPS units, allows agricultural products to be applied only where needed. GPS units can also literally steer tractors through fields, preventing overseeding and over-application of herbicides. This reduces expenses by cutting waste while protecting soil and water quality. Many soybean producers are helping preserve an American tradition, the family farm. On many farms, 2 generations can be found working the family enterprise.
My parents, Pete and Levon, started farming back in the early 60s, and my brother Jimmy and myself went to NC State College, got degrees in agriculture, and come back here to farm. And we're now running about 2,300 acres of row crops, corn, wheat, and soybeans, and combined we have about 450 sows, fair to finish hog operation that is completely independent.
Sam Walton, another NC State graduate, helps tend his family's soybeans, cotton, and corn in southeastern North Carolina.
It's not the number of acres that determines whether you're a family farm. I feel like in the news, the family farm is sort of misrepresented. And this is as much a family farm as any is. And we're farming 5,000 acres, and there's ones that are bigger, a lot bigger, that are family farms.
Whether farming the rich, dark soils of the Northeast, the sandy coastal plain, or the rolling Piedmont, soybean producers say their best times are in the field.
It's always interesting to be outside and working with something you can plant and watch it grow all through the season. I guess the challenge of doing it is why I want to get out of bed every morning and do it and enjoy being outside.
It's just such a beautiful thing to be able to go out and plant a seed and work that seed all year, and then at the end of the year you can see a product that you have produced. As a team we can produce a crop that can feed a world, and it's a hungry world out there today that needs to be fed. But I believe that the American farmer is up to the challenge. Whether we're producing food for livestock or we're producing food for someone's kitchen table, I think the American farmer today can provide for all of the opportunities that exist today.
North Carolina is an excellent place to grow soybeans. It is a perfect crop.